Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to My Crazy Dad Podcast, episode 6.
How you doing, everybody?
That was probably so loud for them.
Sorry about that. Excited. It's a new week, new episode. Whoa!
Trying to think of what has happened.
Well, we need to make a couple corrections on last week's show right off the bat.
Okay.
My father-in-law did not grow up during the Depression. My mother-in-law just said they were all both poor as shit.
Okay.
Like me. That's why they
were
wanted
born
nicer
in
things
the
when they were
Depression,
growing up.
though. They were born in the Depression.
No, they were born
weren't they?
after the Depression.
The Depression was in the 30s. Okay, they were born in the 40s.
Yeah, mid to late 40s, so
Gotcha.
my bad, my mistake. Mom, sorry. I promised you I'd correct it. I stand corrected.
So I think we should just get right into this. We decided to go fishing for the first time in like years for the both of us, like freshwater. We bought our licenses. I had bought mine because I was like, whatever, if I ever go fishing or someone wants to go fishing, I have it. But then he decided to buy his too so we could go fishing. And so I'm like, I really want to try bait caster. So we go to Bass Pro. He gets his rod and reel, and then I get my bait caster. And
I tried to tell them how bad they suck.
They don't suck. It's just that you got to get used to it. And so
I didn't. I never had the patience.
Yeah, we normally use spinning reels, like the normal ones. But I was like, what? I really want to learn how to use a bait caster because, like, it seems more fun. And, dude, it sounds so sick when it's, like, when you throw the line out.
Yeah. And we have limited time to fish anyways. I can't fish for very long because of my disability. So, I mean, it all happens pretty quick.
Anyhow, we decided to go fishing. And we pull up to this, like, park area thing. I don't even know. It was, like, kept by the FWC, right?
Yes.
And so we were like, okay, it's going to be, like, super clean. There's going to be a lot of fish there. He's like, first thing I thought when he said they fed them 3 times is we're not going to catch anything. Because if they're getting fed, they're not going to friggin' pounce on anything when they're full.
Yeah, well, best time to show up is when they're feeding, but then that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, so we get there, and the very first cast, he sends it out, and the line gets stuck it was the lure this time.
Yes.
The lure had gotten stuck. It was a popper, right?
Yep.
Got stuck in a tree across the pond.
That thing just took the hell off, and I'm like...
And I watched it, and he's sitting there... tugging at it, and I'm like, Dad, that's an expensive lure. You don't want to lose that. And so he's like, whatever. Starts walking backwards with his rod, and all of a sudden you just see, boom, and it comes flying back under the dock we were on, like at 1,000 miles an hour. And he's like, imagine if I caught a fish doing it this way.
If that lure had hit me, we'd have been emergency room bound because it would have been, I'd have had all treble hooks up in my face or something.
Dude, that was coming at you like 200 miles an hour.
That thing was singing like an
it.
F1 car.
It was literally gone. We didn't even watch it come flying. It was like, boom.
That's how well I tie my knots. I pulled my lure out of a tree.
Yeah, with only 10-pound test line. I don't even know how that didn't
test.
snap.
I don't know how it didn't snap.
Maybe that's why mine was snapping. I was like pulling on it last night and it kept pulling. I was definitely putting more than like 20 pounds. So I'm over there trying to learn how to use the bait caster, and I'm ratting it, like not super bad, but like where I'd have to just like loosen the drag. And
I could hear the muffled cuss words coming down the dock.
But I'm pulling it out, and I finally got it unratted. And then I get the hang of it. And I had a super heavy popper, and I think I didn't know the tension on the side was for anything. I thought it was just like a drag or something. I don't even know, because the drag is on this side, and it's like a wheel. And then you saw the tension.
Yeah, the little tension thing.
And so that was on free for 2 days. and so I'm tossing this super heavy popper, and it was fine. And I put on a Kraken craw made by Guggen, not a hashtag ad. And I tossed it out, and it was so light that all the line was like, and it ratted so quick, like bad, like it tied itself. I don't know how it ties itself.
Well, it gets amongst itself and then when you
but it
try
was
to
like it was over it. Like imagine this is the line that goes out. It was caught under something.
Yeah, well, my little spinning reel last night, I got a little rat's nest and it tied itself. I still have to cut that out. I said hell with it. It was still casting, and you could see it go through, and my lure would kind of stop, and then it'd keep going.
Well, no, it wasn't a tie. It was literally like it was stuck under another piece of line. I couldn't move it at that point.
Oh, I don't know.
I could
Mine
only
tied
reel
itself
in.
when I was trying to reel it in.
But I got so mad. Last night we went fishing again, and it was doing the same thing. It was just because I didn't have the tension, and so I lost 2 baits yesterday, 2 of my lures.
And just to say, if the day comes we ever do catch something, we're catch and release people.
Yeah, we don't really like.
I'm not a freshwater fish eater.
I don't know. I just think fishing's fun.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's relaxing as long as you're not spooling out your line and shit and having to fix it.
Yeah, last night it got so bad at one point I took scissors and was just cutting into the reel.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. We had a couple gators swimming by checking us out. They're probably 7 to 8 foot gators. It was pretty cool.
They were pretty chill though.
Yeah.
Like they just swam by and were like, "Hey."
Yeah, when I was watching the one down the shore a little ways, he
trying
swam
to eat
by.
a bird.
Yeah, and he came up to the shore and he was just sitting there waiting on birds, and I watched him try to eat one and he missed him.
Yeah, his mouth was like,
yeah, he did a half a death roll when he realized, I ain't got shit in my mouth. I might as well quit rolling.
Yeah, that was our adventures of the past week after filming and releasing the podcast.
And when we get done with this, I'm going to Walmart to get a tackle box.
All right, well, that's fair enough.
You have one. I don't. That's not fair.
Yeah, but mine's a little rinky-dink one that I got like 8 years ago.
When he was like 5 years old.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your first story?
All right, my first story. When we used to, back at the Glen, the park where you climb up the stairs and you go up and there's the pool and the state park up top and stuff. Well, on the back side, there was this, it was just almost a sheer drop. And it was all sand and there were rocks and stuff, and it'd come down, and the road going up to the backside was right there, and we used to take pieces of cardboard and we'd spring, summer, we'd go sledding down the sand because you could use it just like a freaking snow, like it was snowing out.
Yeah.
And we used to try to time it where we'd see a car coming and we'd try to see if we could. It was almost like we were playing chicken with the cars. So we'd try to time it where as the car went by, we'd come out behind it.
Yeah.
And they'd see us coming down the hill and they'd be like, what the frick's, what the damn crazy ass kids. I mean, we'd be, and this one time, I mistimed it and I came out right in front of the car, and he's like, slamming on brakes, cussing me out. Here I am, like a 6-7-year-old kid, and he's cussing me out like I'm a full-grown man,
Yeah.
It's like, I could have killed you in this. I'm like, well, that's the fun in it, guy. What are you getting so upset for? You saw me coming and you never slowed down. There was always a chance you could have hit me.
You're right.
But I mean, we'd be zinging down this hill and we'd be bouncing off. There's big boulders coming out. We'd be bouncing off these things and ramping off them and shit like we're in the freaking X Games or something,
Keep your volume down. You're hurting their ears.
Hey, I'm tired of you telling me what to do, kid. Remember who's the fucking father here.
Dude, the volume. You gotta watch it. See how far yours is in
Testing,
the
1, 2, 3. Testing.
No,
see, that seems like to be the perfect volume right there. Now, if I go like that.
Yeah, that definitely hurts.
Oh, yeah, that
ears.
spiked it, didn't it?
That's in the red.
My apologies, folks. I get excited. I get loud. That's who I am.
Okay, continue your story there. You used to ramp off the boulders.
Oh, yeah. I mean, see, there I went right in the red again. I'll just sit back here. And, it's just cool because it was a nonstop slalom course. Even like I said, in the spring, we didn't have to have snow because it was all dirt and sand and grass. And, I mean, we used to zing down this hill probably doing 30 miles an hour. And it was always cool when we'd come up behind the cars, but we'd be going so fast because the road was here, and then it was immediate guardrail, and then another incline down the rest of the way. And I mean, we could have freaking. There's a couple times we almost decapitated ourselves on the guardrail on the other side of the road. Fortunately there was nothing coming either way, and just, we're holding up, got our feet out, braking and everything, and. Just pound into the guardrail and shit.
Why?
Did
that not hurt?
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, the people at the emergency room knew us by name. Oh, here comes another. Oh, here comes Sean. Here comes, and my next younger brother said I could use his name. So, here comes Pat.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things we did. We went and had my birthday dinner at my brother and sister-in-law's, and thank you for the big-ass bottle of Gentleman Jack, BT Dubs.
Yeah.
And we talked to him, and, when Pat and I get together and we do a little drinking, the stories come out. We just had a good time shooting this shit about our old stories, and they're having a blast watching our podcast, too, My sister-in-law says Pat just sits there and chuckles, and he'd forgotten all about breaking our aunt's nose with the tennis ball. So he thought that was pretty cool. He's like, oh, my God, that's right. But he'll be on here eventually so y'all can meet him. And we get together and we lose ourselves in our old stories, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Getting everybody laughing at the dinner table and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was definitely a fun night. I mean, that steak was good. The corn was so good.
The scallops were amazing.
That was the first time I tried asparagus in like a couple years.
He said if it was a little warmer, because we waited for him to try it off my plate when we'd been eating. He said he probably would have enjoyed it more.
What else did we have? Oh, the macaroni salad.
Yeah, we made pasta salad and took it.
Yeah. That was fun.
Good times.
So that was the end of your story? You just would into the guardrails?
Oh, yeah, come out, accidentally miscalculate and come out in front of cars, and they'd...
Yeah. So, what's your second
It's
story?
just, we always tried different things to just... I mean, even as little kids, we were always pushing the envelope, see how much shit we could get away with, how much carnage we could create. And it's always fun to scare the shit out of somebody while they're driving, thinking they're going to hit a kid.
Yeah. They probably thought they were about to murder a little kid.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, not murder, but kill.
Yeah.
Run him over like a little dog. Kid laying in the ground.
15 points.
15 points.
Dude, why did you guys... That actually seems cool, like going behind the cars. Like timing that.
Oh, yeah.
So they come flying you. Woof,
yep.
Watch them go by. But, dude, I don't even
And let me tell you what, if we knew we were going to, if we thought we were going to run into the side of it, we had our legs out just hitting the hardcore brakes because we did not want to bounce off the side of a car either,
Yeah.
Because that would have hurt us and it would have dented the car and then they would have been upset.
What was the speed limit on that road?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably...
Were they going fast?
Probably like 30. I want to say 25 to 30. I mean, it's a back road going up the back,
I mean, that would still kill you because you guys were tiny.
Oh, yeah? Well, I was never tiny. I think I came out of the vagina overweight.
I just love how in the family, out of the 4 kids, I came out the smallest and I'm the biggest.
Yeah.
And the one that came out the biggest is the tallest.
But the lightest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those two are pretty close.
I mean, he's 6'4".
I mean, 6'4",
6'4", you could be 6'5", you could be 300 pounds and still look skinny.
Right. Yeah, because that's gigantic.
I mean, if I had 4 more inches of stature on me, I'd just be a mean-looking MFer.
What happened to my jeans, dude? You're 6'2". Well, you were at your highest, right?
Yes. Well, 6'1 3/4.
6'2". I don't know, dude. I just got screwed over by genetics. I did not break 6 foot.
No, but like we said before, you're still taller than your Uncle Pat.
That's true.
His genes got screwed.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You're 6'2". Your
My older brother's about the same height as me too.
And your baby brother's tall too.
Well, he has a different father.
Well, yeah, but still.
I mean, his dad, my stepfather, I want to say he was like probably 6'3", 6'4", so.
And then Pat is like 5'9", 5'10".
If.
Oh, wow.
I think he might be 5'3", 5'4".
Sorry, Uncle Pat, if you're hearing that.
Little Nadia Comaneci there.
Oh, you know what? I got something to read you. I think I've already told you about it, but one of my best friends is gonna be my plus one at one of my brother's weddings.
Yes.
And we talked about it, and like the state, she said that's gonna be lit, and I said yeah it is. She goes, you better get your heels, or you get your heels yet, little boy. I'm just kidding. I'm going to find flats, not trying to dunk on you. So I text back, WTF, LMFAO. She goes, I'm not going to wear heels because then I'd be almost 6 foot. And then I go, Jasmine, I'm like 5'11". I'm not a midget. Oh, I just said her name. She probably doesn't care.
Probably not.
She goes, but I'm LeBron James in heels.
Damn.
I just love that, though.
Austin's very fortunate. He has some really good friends, and that's one thing I've always relished is friendship. And I have a couple friends where I might not talk to them for years and just pick up right where you left off.
Well, it was like your buddy. You hadn't talked to him in like 20 years.
Well, no, it was since I'd moved up to Maine.
Yeah, that was like 20 years.
No, well, 15 years, 16 years.
15?
Yeah.
You and Mom are turning 20.
Well, yes, but we've been down here 5-6 years now.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Okay.
Come on. Get the math going there, kid. I
Shut
know
up.
It's still early in the day.
So what's your second story?
Well, okay. We were having problems with the roof in our house at one point. This is the one we moved into after we burned the apartment down. And
so we're still in Watkins Glen?
yes, we're still in Watkins Glen.
Okay.
I think I only have a couple more stories from there. I said I had like 7 weeks of stories, and this is the 6th episode, right?
Well, you said 7 after like 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay. Well, we're fixing to move. And we're having problems with our roof. And my uncle, one of my uncles,
Was this the tennis one or no?
No, it was a different. This is the one that was the police officer.
Okay.
We'd gone somewhere. I want to say we went to my Aunt Hazel's for a couple days or something. We used to just go spend the weekend at our Aunt Hazel's or whatever. Mom and it's just Mom and us 3 boys at the time. And my uncle decided to surprise Mom. We were having roof problems, and he decided to surprise Mom and fix the roof while we were gone.
Yeah.
And Mom, he never even told us, just he was going to do it and never say anything, just to help us out and help Mom out, being a nice guy. And so it was in the wintertime. So, we come home and we go to bed that night, and my brother Patrick and I wake up the next morning, and it had snowed substantially that night. We went in to wake up our older brother. We opened up his room, and it was the middle of fucking wintertime in his room. We couldn't even see him. There was like 2-3 feet of snow on the floor in his bedroom, and his bed was covered up in shit. And so we go running, Mom, we can't find, what's his name? And I know it's kind of, I'm sorry, but I don't know if I'll.
Oh, we froze. Damn it.
Well, it hasn't been long.
Okay.
Are we back? Yes.
Yeah, but can you bring the mic out like that? Not towards you, but towards the table. Yeah, there you go.
And so we go wake up Mom, and we tell her that we can't find our older brother, and she opens up because we'd shut the door. I think we wanted it all to be a surprise to her. She's like, "What do you mean you can't find him?" We're like, "There's snow all in his bedroom," and she's like, "Oh, stop it, there is not." She thought we were messing with her. And so she opens up the door and immediately starts screaming. Like, if you've seen the movie Christmas Story, you know when the mom's calling Ralphie's buddy's wife? Yeah, she's like, what? Where? And she starts flipping out. She's kicking through the snow. She goes over to his bed and she's kicking snow aside. And all of a sudden, there's his bed. And I don't know how, but he slept through the whole damn thing. All he did was cover his head up with his blanket, and he's got like 2-3 feet of freaking snow on him, and he's none the wiser. And she finally gets him out, and he's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "It's fucking snowing in your bedroom. What do you mean what's going on? How can you sleep through all this shit?" And so, meanwhile, because Pat and we didn't really care if she found him or not at that point. We go downstairs to help ourselves to breakfast, and it had snowed in the kitchen too. Not only had the roof over my brother's bedroom, he decided to fix the one in the kitchen too, and both of them failed miserably. And so we come running upstairs. Mom, it's snowing in the kitchen. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So we go downstairs. She immediately gets on the phone and calls my uncle, and he's at work. And she's like, "I don't give a fuck where you are or what you're effing doing. You need to get your ass over here. It's snowing in my effing house. You need to get over here and fix it now." She goes, "I told you not to mess with it. I don't care what you were trying." I mean, Mom could be a bee when she wanted to. And I mean, this is a police officer, and she berated and belittled this man into taking the day off and coming over and fixing the roof. And I never really understood why she'd want the same dude that failed miserably the first time to come and try to fix it right the second time.
Yeah.
It's like, "Mom,
you didn't get the hint the first time.
It snowed in our house, and you want the same guy to come fix his shit?" But I'll never forget that as long as I live, Not too many people wake up and find 3 feet of snow in their fucking brother's bedroom,
And the kitchen. Dude, I think the kitchen is hilarious.
And I mean, it wasn't like just part of the kitchen or part of his room. It was like the whole thing.
Yeah.
It had been like a mini blizzard or something in the kitchen because the counters were all covered. The stove was covered. We had to shovel a path to get to the refrigerator just about. Hey, can we sled down the stairs, Mom?
So what did it go like? What did it go like after?
Oh, well, I mean, we had to shovel it all out. And, he came over and he fixed it right this time. I guess what had happened was he was so rushed he didn't know when we were coming back, so he kind of rushed the job to begin with, so he could get it done and nobody be none the wiser. But
yeah, that was wrong. That was a bad idea to rush it.
Yeah,
a roof.
Who cares? It would have been okay if we'd come home and caught you doing it.
Right.
It still would have been a surprise. Hey,
Not surprised. Your friggin' floors are all rotted now. The walls are rotted.
Yeah, you got to break a snowblower out to get to the stove, fix some breakfast.
So did any of the wood rot or anything?
No, I mean, we got it out pretty good. It took a while to dry the floors. I mean, we had fans blowing on them and stuff, And Mom cranked the heat up in the house for a while.
I just find that so funny. He slept through it.
I don't know how. I mean, I've slept through a smoke alarm before. That's pretty hard, too. But I think I'd have woken up if I was getting snowed on.
Yeah, especially after like 10 to 15 pounds of it is just like crushing your body.
They say snow can make a great insulator. Must have kept his ass warm instead of cold.
Well, yeah, obviously. But he probably looked like when Luke went into that thing on that what planet was that? Was that Hoth?
He looked like Han Solo in the cryo freeze.
No, not that part. Remember when Luke goes to that snowy planet?
Yeah, and he's hung upside down.
No. He's about to die from like freezing, and he slices
Oh
open
yeah,
the animal,
his little
the thing he was riding.
yeah,
and he
not
like
the
crawls.
AT-AT. Was it an AT-AT?
No, an AT are those huge things.
Oh yeah, with the guns
on
and
the
stuff.
dark side, yeah. And then an ATST is the little two-legged ones that walk around. How did you confuse an AT-AT for an animal?
What's an AT-AT? Is that an AT-AT?
Yeah. Oh my God. AT&T.
AT&T, not sponsoring us, BT Dubs.
You know, if they were to sponsor us,
I might switch back to them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know if I would, dude. Honestly, what we have right now, don't say the name of it, but what we have right now kind of sucks.
They all suck.
Well, I'm saying when we lived in the old place and I was at school, the other one has way better signal than the one we do now.
Yeah.
But this one has better signals out in the middle of nowhere.
And I mean, depending on the deals, I might just switch back to the other one. Get us new phones.
Yeah, we need new ones bad. My phone is gone.
The thing I hate is how the phone companies automatically make your phone start slowing down when they get a certain age, so you're forced to buy a new phone.
Yeah.
That's quite the scandal that everybody gets away with.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. Like, everyone will say that's a conspiracy theory, but tell me how computers that you build can last, like, probably 10 years. It will probably be slow, but that's with aging. But a phone is, like, after a year starts, like, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have the iPhone XRs, right?
I think so.
And, I mean, it was brand new when we got them, and we go out now and our freaking LTE takes forever to load and shit. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I don't think that's the phone. I'm saying I don't think that's the phone.
Well, I mean, we're right inside the city. If anywhere we should have good LTE is right here in the middle of the city.
It all depends on where the towers are.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Well, once you get out in the country, it does. But I mean, there's plenty in the city, and the stores are all around, and I mean.
Yeah, I'm just saying those stores don't have cellular towers. You know that, right?
Well, I know that, but I mean, you can look out and you see them. There's plenty around while we're out driving and stuff.
Dude, I love having this fiber because there's like fiber, but this is straight routed through the power.
Yeah.
Or wherever they put it from their buildings to here.
Yeah.
So it's like true fiber.
Yes, I like the FiOS.
Is it what?
It's FiOS. It's fiber optic.
No, it's not that. That's what I'm saying. It's not that. It's like true fiber from the place. Fiber optic is just a cable, isn't it? Dude,
I don't know. You're the smart one.
Yeah, I got a networking class coming up, and so
I mean, he's going to school for this shit, and he's like,
Let me see what fiber optic is. Yeah, it's just a cable.
Okay.
But
I just know with the Ethernet hooked up to my PS4, that bitch runs rampant.
Yeah, dude, I re-downloaded Call of Duty in like an hour.
Yeah.
And that's 100 and some gigabytes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, let's go. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. It's almost half an hour long.
Call of Duty Zombies. Yes.
Okay.
I'm a zombie playing fool.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored.
If they did, that would be amazing.
I'm too impatient for multiplayer anymore. If I'm shooting them to begin with, it just pisses me off when they pull a gun up and kill me when I'm already.
You just gotta aim better.
I'm already. You can see it taking points off them.
You also gotta think there's guns that are better than others.
I know. It just pisses me off when I'm already shooting them and they kill me.
Hey, learn the metas. That's all I gotta say.
So I just play zombies.
But thanks for the support. We actually had a TikTok hit over 200 views in one day.
Yes, that was awesome.
I'm just hoping we get to a point where we can make money to put back into the podcast. Like, buy
get new
new
microphones,
mics.
a new table.
Yeah, this table's got to go, dude.
An actual tablecloth or something. Just, get it. And headsets at work.
you know, like, I'm telling you, if we get, like, a big mixer, we could. But that one only has one headphone output.
Yeah, I know.
But I really want to get to a point where we can do, like,
put some blackout across the window behind me.
Well, we don't have to have that much money to do that. But I'm saying, like, turn this into, like, a studio.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's just too tiny of a room.
Yeah. I mean, we could... Well, no, then we'd have to kick Winston out of his room.
Sayonara, homie. We can put his crate in this room.
Yeah, and we could. We could open the door and get it. This could be his room. Put his little... I mean, this is almost too small of a room for him because he's got his crate, his couch. I mean, this dog's not spoiled. He has his crate. He has his own couch, and he has a twin mattress for a bed. And he uses all of them. And
throughout
it's funny,
the day.
Yeah, throughout. And we'll make his couch up, and we have sheets that we put over the cushions and stuff. So, and he will get to play, and he will just totally. You hear him in there, rah, rah, and you look in there. And he's got the couch, all the cushions off the couch, upside down on the floor and shit. And he just looks at you with this floppy ear and his tongue hanging out like, what?
And he barks at you, comes running over.
Yeah. And if he's got something under his couch, it's on a hardwood floor, he'll actually get behind this couch and physically push it away from the wall trying to get his ball or whatever's under the couch.
I can't wait for his next bark box to come.
I know. Something's up with his bark box this month, but...
Yo, that company is so bad sometimes.
Not sponsoring us. But, he has to have the Super Chewer stuff. And let me tell you what, those Super Chewer toys...
do last.
They do last. I mean, I think we've yet to have to throw away one of his bark box toys.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Because, I mean, I think Thanksgiving time was the first one, and he still got his broccoli.
Oh, no, it was the turkey, yeah.
And the turkey leg, and then there's, like, this turkey.
Dude, that thing smells so bad.
Yeah.
They, like, put some scent stuff on it, and then, like, with his breath and everything.
And his slobber.
We've been ranting for, like, 7 minutes now.
All right, we try to stop ranting so much, sorry, but, yeah, I kind of like it because it's part of who we are, and it fills in some stuff of what's happening on, right now in our lives as well. And we love Winston. We love talking about Winston. Yeah. He's a good boy.
I can't wait for his head day.
He got to meet your sister and absolutely loved your sister.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you go up to him and don't act scared, he will, like, warm up to you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but if you're scared of him, he's kind of like, what do I do?
I'm going to intimidate him now.
Yeah, basically, because those kids were, like, I don't know, scared of him. Obviously, they're a lot smaller than him because Winston's like 5'6".
Yeah, but I mean, they're kids, I mean, they just want to pet him.
Yeah. But, well, no, it was the thing with, what?
Well, I mean...
I was just going to say they were scared and running away at first.
Yeah, and the screaming and stuff gets a dog excited.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think we're going to end the episode there just so we don't push it too far.
But I love my grandkids, and they're still little, so,
All right.
They hadn't been here for a while, so they're going to push the envelope.
We got to end the episode, dude.
Okay.
Thank you. If you keep watching, please be sure to subscribe, like, follow,
and share it.
Yeah, share it.
I mean, especially if you enjoy it. I mean, we've yet to get any bad feedback, which I think
surprising.
It's very surprising, and it's cool. And if you're all are just being nice to be nice, I appreciate it. But if you have some constructive criticism, we can accept that too. If you don't like it. I mean, our first episode, my daughter and her husband are like, you really should cover up that stuff. You got too much stuff going on behind you. And so then we went to the green screen. I mean, constructive criticism helps us just as much as good words. I mean, we're just here for you. All of you.
That sounded so fishy. We're here for you.
We
You
are.
sounded like a robot.
We are. I mean,
We're here for
people
you.
are enjoying us. That's what matters.
Yeah.
And we appreciate every one of you.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week for episode 7.
Yep. Everybody have a great weekend and a great week. And peace out, homies and homettes.